Welcome to the Culturally Distinct Podcast. This is your boy DJ KO. I'm glad you guys tuned back into the show. Today we have a special show for you guys today. I thank you guys who subscribe to the show. I thank you guys who reach out to me to ask me these crazy questions about my guests that I have on. It's a random thing. I know some of you guys are random, but it's all good. You know what I'm saying? Some of my guests, they have situations and different lifestyles, and some questions that I'll ask are just it's just a flow. So if you guys have any questions that you want to ask the guests, make sure you hit me up in the DMs at Culturally Distinct Podcast. So today we have a special show. We have a special guest in the building. I want to call him a celebrity. I want to call him a hometown celebrity. You dig what I'm saying? I want everybody to welcome to the show the Notorious Perzian. Hey, what's going on, brother?
Man, life's just been crazy lately. That's the best way to word it once again.
So how you been, man? Everything's good?
Yeah, it's, I mean, you know when things just start happening really fast, and you just try and soak it all in and take it one day at a time, and, you know, today's going to pass by, and then you wake up tomorrow and be like, wow, last night really happened.
Right.
That's what
one of those crazy nights, right?
That's what I'm going through right now. I'm just trying to soak it all in.
So look, let me ask you this. Let's get it started. Where are you exactly from?
I was born in Iran. So
Iran, okay, the Middle East. All right. Yeah. So then from Iran, you came to Houston.
Well, from Iran, I moved to India for 2 years for my dad's business trip. And not many people know that. So I lived there for about 2 years, I believe. And then after that, we went back to Iran. My grandpa passed away because he had cancer, and we came straight here after that.
Okay. So you was how old were you when you came here?
6.
6. Oh, okay. So you've been here a pretty long stint, a couple of years. So you got an opportunity to see the style, the culture of Houston people, or the Houston culture, and especially not now because now let me see the Houston culture now is more of. It's kind of decorated because you have celebrities now that's big time, like a Travis Scott, like a Megan Thee Stallion, people like that. But a couple of years ago, Houston wasn't Houston. You know what I'm saying? Houston was a big country form, right? And now it's getting bigger, right?
Right.
It's becoming that new Atlanta, L.A., Florida type of lifestyle. You dig? So let me ask you this. So I don't want to get it wrong. You're a stylist?
I'm a fashion designer.
Fashion, so, okay.
You know, I design for specific celebrities.
Okay.
My goal has been to bring high-end fashion to Texas. Because, like, Texas doesn't really have its own Louis Vuitton, Gucci, or any of that, right? So from the jump, that's been my goal. Because, like, usually when people get into this, they try to, you know, tap into fitness apparel. Right. That's where I started because it's the cheapest route to go. But, you know, this was all manifested. So now I have the right partners to elevate me to where I'm trying to go.
So first of all, how do you even get in that? How does a person get into fashion? Because fashion is one of those markets that it's hard to get in. Of course, we know Kanye West, he's been ranting for the last 10 years, and now he's in it. But as far as getting into fashion, and like you say, like sports apparel, that's the main thing. T-shirts and hats, right?
Sweats, you know, joggers and stuff like that.
So how did you even get into that?
To be honest with you, just like you just said, fashion is one of the hardest things to tap into, right? But if you ask me a question about a lot of fashion designers besides, rest in peace, you know, Virgil or Amiri, I can't tell you anything, man, because, like, my mom told me a story when I decided to pursue fashion. She told me a story about a dead frog, right?
Okay.
She was like, all right, if you're going in this, with this mindset, you know, she was like, there was a bunch of frogs climbing up a waterfall.
Okay.
And there were other frogs standing to the side, and they were, you know, like, oh, that frog's about to slip. That frog's about to slip. And the frog would look down, and he would slip. Well, one by one, all these frogs would slip, but the only one that made it to the top was a deaf frog because he couldn't hear anybody.
Oh, okay.
So when I decided to get in this, I was like, I'm an artist. I drew all my tattoos. I've been drawing since I was 4 years old.
Okay. And
when we moved here, I was wearing secondhand clothes for the most part.
Okay.
You know,
Goodwill, shopping, thrift stores, stuff like that.
Yeah, I don't remember the exact stories, but you know, like it was a situation. My mom was a single mom, came to a new country. There was a language barrier. She had to find a job, you know, all that stuff. So that's just the way it went, and it was cool. But you know, as I got older, I started finding about Louis Vuitton and all this other stuff, and I would see rich people wearing these brands, and I was like, you know what, like I can't afford none of this, but like one day I might have something on that level.
Right.
So when I finally decided to go for it, it was actually I saw this young kid in a Lamborghini driving by my ex-girlfriend's house. And I was like, man, what does this kid do? They're like, oh, he has athletic apparel. And I looked it up. I was like, this ain't nothing special, man. I could do like way better than this. Right. So I was sitting in a class one day, and I was the oldest kid in this class because it was my second time going back to college. Okay. And I was drawing in class, and the teacher saw me. She, like, called me out in front of everybody. These young kids are, you know, and in my head, I was, like, cussing her out, like, you know. She was like, get out the class if you don't want to pay attention. You're already failing. I was like, you're absolutely right. I'm failing, dude.
Right. I'm out of here.
So for 2 weeks, I started going to Starbucks, drawing every morning. So my parents would think, like, my mom would think I was going to Starbucks. Right. I mean, going to class, to do my work, but I was really going to Starbucks. And from there on, man, I realized I'm really going to do this. I didn't have any money, so I told my family the truth, and I borrowed $1,000 from my sister. Okay. And I started buying clothes in bulk. And I came up with a name at the time. It was called Luxury Sauvage. Okay. It meant wild lust in French. Because I'm just a wild child, and I've been lusting after the finer things in life. Right. I got you. So I started that. I got the bulk in, and I was telling everyone, yeah, man, this is going to be the next Louis Vuitton. I'm about to start designing for celebrities. This was late 2016. Okay.
So we talking 6 years ago. 16, yeah.
4 years.
What is this, 21, right?
End of 2016, so I guess it'll be 4 years.
4 years, okay, 4 years, okay.
So I was telling everybody I'm going to design for celebrities. This is going to be next Louis Vuitton, and it was crap, bro. You know, that's all I could afford. But it was my vision that pulled me through. Right. Everybody was like, yeah, okay, you're going to design for celebrities. They're going to wear this. They're like, kid, put this in Target. So then I started calling manufacturers overseas, in America first, because I didn't know any better. Okay. And they were like, oh, kid, if you don't have $100,000, like,
can't do nothing.
You need to change your dream.
Right.
So that kind of broke my heart, to be honest. And then I was like, whatever. So I started pushing that, man. I started pushing it and putting in people's head that this is the next Louis Vuitton. This is the best hoodie you're going to buy. And it was like a $10 hoodie.
So you was doing hoodies, though? You was doing hoodies at first? Just
I started off with hoodies.
All right.
So I put it in people's head. I was bullying my way through that, hey, this is luxury. Okay. Like, when you say my name, you got to put respect on it, you know?
Right. I got you.
So I flipped that 1,000 into 10,000.
Okay.
And then I came across a manufacturer.
So this is over time. So you say you flipped
6 months.
That's by
the bulk that I ordered.
Doing the bulk of the sweaters. Yeah. Manufacturing the sweaters.
I didn't manufacture them yet.
Okay.
So I just bought the bulk. I sold them out. Flipped that 1,000 I borrowed from my sister into 10 bands. Then I came across a manufacturer in China. Okay. That wasn't even doing clothes. They were doing swimwear. Okay. So I was their first designer to tap them into like clothes. So I was basically their test dummy.
Got you.
And God's plan and everything being manifested, I came across a chick over there that taught me about fabrics. So we would stay up till like 4 a.m. because of the time difference. Right. And she would just teach me about different fabrics. So my first unit through them ended up becoming high end. So everybody was like, whoa, like, how's this kid bringing like
his high end
fitness design with high end fabrics? So it became fashion fitness. Okay. So from there on, we went to our first expo. Man, and that was a crazy thing because like the Expos was in San Jose, right?
Okay.
And you need like
Cali, yeah,
it's
expensive, yeah.
expensive to fly the clothes there alone, and then you got to fly yourself, your team, and then you know you got to get like a hotel and all that.
Right.
I didn't have all that.
Right.
So I was like, all right, what's another way to do this and still stunt? Because I was always about being the big dog, having that image, right? So I spent $3,000 getting a Mercedes Sprinter van.
Okay.
Had 2 girls with me and my boys, and we drove to Cali, man. And
Okay.
the vision became like dope. Got us dope hotels and pulled it off. And then at the expo, bro, we like killed it.
So hold up. Hold up. You're going too fast. So now hold up. You get the Sprinter van. You're in Texas. You rent the Sprinter van. You bring your team down with you. You drive 2 days to San Jose.
Yep.
Right. You pull up at the expo with these 2 bad chicks with the clothes, with your team, and you in the van. So first of all, who was driving the van? Because you had to play the role. Like
yeah. So in my head, I was already a big celebrity, bro.
Okay.
And I probably had like 5,000 followers at that point.
Okay.
Right. So my boy, he's like my ride or die, man. That boy takes care of me. He drove majority of it to the point I started feeling bad. I was like, man, this guy's about to pass out at night. So I was like, bro, let me just drive.
It's a long way, man.
Yeah, but we took turns, man. I had 2 other guys with me. My other boys drove too, but it was mostly him.
Okay.
Yeah.
So basically, you cut down all that cost, the flying cost, so the clothing, the flights, the hotel. Well, you probably had to stay in a hotel room. Yeah. But as far as you cut down the cost tremendously on that. So now, okay, you arrived to the expo. Now what?
People went crazy, man. And the 2 girls I had with me, they were hustlers, bro.
Okay.
Like, they look good in the crop tops and leggings I designed, and they were going around pulling in guys, man. Like, I legit look like a pimp out there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I had these bad chicks going out there getting me people, and they killed it. You know, shout out to them. And then all of a sudden, this celebrity chick that my boy had a crush on was there. She was a fitness chick. So we gave her some leggings. I gave it to my boy. I was like, yo, go talk to her. You know what I'm saying? So he did. Chick takes the leggings, posts it like 3 days later, or maybe like the same day or something, and tags her brand over my stuff.
Oh, okay.
So I didn't even have a lawyer at this point, right?
Right.
Man, I've been finessing so much, bro. I had a fake letter written out to her saying if you don't like
cease and
tag,
desist.
if you don't tag my stuff or like take it off, I'm gonna sue you and all that.
I got you.
She got scared and we talked and it was cool.
So you played the role.
Yeah, man. I've been everything in this life.
I got you. Hey, man, look. But you know what? That's important because for the people that's upcoming and that has a dream, right? And they don't have the funds to do it.
Right.
You got to improvise.
Right.
You got to find ways to like, okay, I need to rob Peter to pay Paul, basically. Right. So now, after you do the expo, right? You kill it. And now you have a little following going on. So what happens after that now?
Megan Good's manager reached out.
So Megan Good, the actress.
The actress.
Okay.
Her manager reached out. They really liked the clothes, and they asked if we wanted to sponsor her Halloween party in 2018.
Okay.
Which would be great exposure for us, which was another $2,500 to sponsor that party. Just to get our banners everywhere and all that, you know. And on top of flights.
Marketing and stuff like that.
But I had like a whole entourage with me, so I was taking everybody, right? So now, the one thing I always tell my team is we never say no.
Okay.
To anything.
Right.
And that's still my mindset, right? I had to come up with $2,500.
Ooh.
Plus other things.
Right.
Because like the money I made from the expo, I had to go to all the expenses I made and for future clothes.
Right.
This was just out of nowhere, so now I had to come up with that. Sure enough, told my people about it, all my boys, all my friends,
investors.
Everybody. Yeah. No, they weren't investors. They were just like homies.
Oh, okay. I got you.
One homie threw in like a band.
Okay.
Yeah, and then came up with the money again, man.
Okay.
And that's the thing. If you really want something, bro, it comes to you.
Right. That is true.
You put the energy out there.
That is true.
With pure energy, bro, you're going to get it.
That is true.
So we got the money and we flew out to L.A. and I met my former manager over there, June. Shout out to June. And he put me on a lot of game. He helped me get through a lot of celebrities and crazy events and stuff like that and built this wild boy that.
So, and that's before what you have now. Was the wild, what is it?
The Luxury Sauvage, yeah.
That was that brand.
Yeah. Right.
So now you had Megan Good on that brand. Who else you had on that brand?
Then I got into a store in Sherman Oaks. It was a high-end boutique.
Okay.
And Jamie Foxx went and shopped my clothes. I woke up from a nap, and I saw the guy that owned the boutique post a picture of Jamie Foxx in this little brown paper bag, right? All I saw was my string hanging out of the bag.
Okay.
Everything I do is custom.
Okay.
Had I not had those custom strings, bro, I wouldn't even know that. And
Yeah.
he wasn't going to tell me because he was like, oh, yeah, I didn't want you to get excited and reach out to him so then he wouldn't come back to my store. I was like, yo, I hit him up right away. I was like, yo, did Jamie Foxx just buy my stuff? He was like, yeah, he bought $500 worth. And then, like, if you look on my Instagram, you'll see Jamie Foxx's picture and, like, everything I've designed all over the place. He didn't know me. I didn't know him at this point. And he was just, like, wearing them to Las Vegas. He wore them right before Jimmy Fallon. He wore my joggers to the Super Bowl in 2019.
That's dope.
So then I started manifesting. And this is where manifestation, like, became real to me. In July 18th, 2018, he got the clothes. And then I told everyone by by March 2019, he's going to follow me and we're going to become friends.
Okay.
And everybody was like, we get it. You know, you're doing these things, but bro, like,
chill out.
Calm down.
Right. Relax a little bit.
I was like, all right, just watch. February 2019, I get a DM and a follow.
The same day.
February 2019.
Wow.
Like
not the same day, but the day you
So I said March. It happened in February.
Okay, I got you.
And February 2019, boom.
Wow.
It's Fox. I dig your clothes. Let's link. I was like, man, is this real? So I clicked on it and I saw the blue check and I saw the millions of followers. I was like, I took my shirt off, started screaming, Mom, Mom. And I was like, calm down, you're gonna have a heart attack. And we started talking. He was like, man, I really dig your clothes. So I sent him more stuff, and that's when he wore it to the Super Bowl, actually. And over time, built that relationship for sure.
That's dope. But the thing is, what I like about that, not just that you're a designer, but your passion behind that, right? Your passion behind it, your eye, right? Because the thing is, if it wasn't dope, he wouldn't want it.
Right.
No matter how good, no matter what type of passion you have in it, if it wasn't dope, it's like it's your passion is in it, but it's whack.
Right.
So I'm saying, but you still had that eye, one, for fashion. Two, you had a custom design with your threads. You know what I mean? So that eye, I want to know about that eye. Like, where did that fashion come from? I know you see when you came up secondhand clothes, right?
Right.
So you didn't have a visual, I guess, personally on wearing these type of clothes. So where did that come from?
That's a really good question, man. I guess my friends would tell you about that because I could go to a gym and work out, and all of a sudden someone will like roll up their shirt a certain way, and I was just like, it'll catch my eye, and I'm like, man, I would do this, and that to it.
Okay.
And right there it becomes a design because now it's not out there, right? The joggers that Jamie Foxx wore, there were double zippers in the front. Never been done before. And when I told everyone I was going to do that, they're like, bro, that looks weird.
So you put two in the front versus the back?
Yeah.
Okay.
It was two in the front. And at the time, zippers, like, down there, the only popular ones were on the side.
Right.
There was no double zippers on the bottom yet.
Right.
And I showed everybody. And they're like, bro, that's tacky. Don't do that. That's crap. But my gut instinct, bro, always tells me what's going to be good and what's going to, like, flop.
Okay.
So I was like, nope, I got to do it, man. So I'm just telling me to do it. And he fell in love with those pants. And he was like, bro, these are the best pants I've ever worn. And my family keeps telling me to wear these.
Wow.
And coming from a man that's like $100 million man that could afford any pant in the world.
Absolutely.
Telling you these are the best pants. Like, at that point, my confidence, bro, just... I already knew who I was in my head.
Right.
But for the world to see who you are, I was like, yeah, you can't tell me nothing now. Like, it's Jamie Foxx, bro, legend. You know what I'm saying?
But that's dope, though. Because think about it. Think about it, what you said. Jamie Foxx, he's in all these 5-star movies, right? He's around the world. He has every single design to choose from, right? Every single Giuseppe to Louis Vuitton to Gucci, whatever.
Yeah.
Right? And they have dope designs to Margiela to Balmain. But he sees your style, your brand, amongst all these other fashions that he sees. I'm pretty sure these companies reach out to him, right?
Right.
And he says, yo, this is what I like. Yo, that right now, I might be in the studio with the next Louis Vuitton right now.
Fact, bro, like I'm gonna pull it up for you just so like I can show you like how crazy this is.
For those who listen to audio, look, the Notorious Perzian, he's pulling up the IG message from Jamie Foxx. He's showing me right now.
So this is when I showed him the hat recently. This is what he said.
What did he say?
Yo, bro, love him. Hope you're well.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, I
this
see
is the
that,
guy that's taking time out of his day to, like, you know, send me a voice message about my hat.
That's dope.
You know what I'm saying? And, like, I'm trying to pull up the crazy DM.
That's dope.
There we go. Here it is. Jamie Foxx, February 10th, 2019.
Right.
It's Fox.
It's linked, right.
Your clothes fit me perfectly. The pants, especially my folks, was like, wear those pants all the time. Need to get more from you. Color
Right.
TTC.
So what we doing right now, we reading the messages that Jamie Foxx sent the Notorious Persian. That's dope. That's dope.
So anything I'll say, bro, it's reality.
That's dope. So let me ask you this: before the fashion, what did you do before that? Because I'm pretty sure most young people, they have dreams, but they didn't jump right into their dream. I'm pretty sure you did other things. What are some things that you did?
So mine's been crazy, right? So before I was dream chasing, trying to find out what my dream truly was. I didn't really think I could do fashion because I didn't have the money for fashion. I've done real estate. I've been to the Fire Academy. I tried to become a pro wrestler at 20, so I took like pro hormones, got up to 205 pounds.
Damn,
I was doing MMA for years, and I snapped my collarbone, so I had to pull out of that. And then even with the brand, I had to take a year off because of the situation that happened. Because, like, I blew up pretty quick, bro.
Yeah.
You know, I was on my rise really fast. Like, the night Jamie Foxx messaged me, the next day Fox 26 came over to my house and interviewed me. So it was like everything I was, like, manifesting in my head became a reality.
Yeah.
So then I started becoming this little rock star in my head, and I was swiping that American Express card left and right, flying girls out, getting penthouses, doing everything. I thought I was a rapper, bro. And little did I know, like, hey, I never had guidance, right? So, like, for me, I had to jump. Either I was going to fall or land.
Right.
And I was landing so many times that I thought I was, like, unstoppable. And boom, God was like, I'm about to humble you, kid.
Yeah.
So I took on an investor because I ran out of money.
Okay.
And I needed it for my next line. And I had everything lined up, bro. That's the thing about me. I line things up.
Okay.
So I was headlining the store I was at that I told you about, Jamie Foxx was shopping at. Then I had a deal coming up with Brandon Ingram, and we were hoping that would lead to the Lakers.
Okay.
Well, 2018, L.A. caught on fire. They had that wildfire in 2018.
Right.
Brandon Ingram got in a fight and got suspended.
Right.
So God was like, it's not your time.
Right.
The rug got pulled from underneath me, and my investor was like, I need that money back within a month. He gave me a month, bro.
Jeez.
Wow. I'm like, I already spent the money on the clothes. So I was like, I don't know what's going to happen.
Right.
So every day he was like harass me about the money. 5 a.m. I would get emails from him. And I was a young kid, bro. I was like 26.
Okay.
Like, to take on all this pressure, bro,
yeah.
I was young. You know what I'm saying? Some people were like 26 a grown man. Well, take on that pressure and let me know. So
that's a lot.
You know, I didn't have like a male figure I can go to and be like, yo, like, what I do, I need that confidence stored in me. I need to feel like, somebody got my back.
Like a mentor, yeah.
Yeah, because like once the money dipped, everybody dipped along with it, So I was like by myself, bro. When you're rocking, everybody's rocking with you. And then when you're flopping,
nobody, they out of
flopping like a fish by yourself, bro. So all of a sudden, they knocked on my door. I got a lawsuit. I got to be in court on this date. And my old college professor was a lawyer.
Okay.
So I asked her for advice, and she didn't really give me good advice. But, it was better than nothing.
Right.
So I just showed up to court, represented myself, and took an L. I already knew I was going to take an L, right?
Right.
So there was no point of me borrowing money for a lawyer or, like, trying to,
So when he sued you, he sued, your investor sued you, right?
Yeah.
For?
His money.
Okay. So he just wanted his money back.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And the thing was, bro, like, and this was the craziest part, I had a good relationship with him.
Mm-hmm. It was business, though.
Yeah, and I still hope we can mend that relationship one day, you know what I'm saying? Because I don't it's never sour grapes for me, you know. And all of a sudden, you know, like that led to me having serious anxiety. I was thrown up like 4 days back to back. I went into depression, and then it took my confidence away. So like the clothes that came in, I couldn't even push it anymore, bro. Because like confidence is everything, bro.
Oh, absolutely.
So I shut that brand down, and I didn't know I was depressed, but I was feeling depressed, right? Because I didn't know what true depression was.
Right.
And I was like, you know what, man, screw this. Like, I don't really want to be alive anymore. I don't care. Like,
okay.
imagine being at the top, bro. Like, you got it all, everything you wanted, and
this all,
boom, you drop
that fast, yeah.
So I was like, you know what, I'll go chase my childhood dream of being a cop, a canine cop. I don't care to be alive. At least I'll play Russian roulette with my life, and if I get shot and killed, at least I try to save somebody's life while somebody else kill me, because I already didn't want to be here anymore.
Gotcha.
Right. Went to the police academy, did really well, and sergeant's like, yo, we want you on SWAT, like, go on to get your 1 year and, like, come in. Because they knew I was about that life and not one of those guys that just pulls out a gun real quick, right?
Gotcha.
For me, I'm a very calm dude. Like, I'm understanding as long as you understand it with me. I'm all about respect. So that was the thing. I was like, all right, well, this is cool, getting in SWAT. Linked up with a ex-girl from a long time ago, and she came and stayed with me for some time. She made me even more depressed.
Oh, man.
So now I'm fat, got a belly like I'm pregnant.
Right.
Man, that belly was crazy. I'm depressed, and the pandemic hits for COVID.
Okay.
I had those 2 months to think, and I was like, wow, you got Jamie Foxx on Instagram.
Yes.
People would pay tons of money to have that relationship.
Absolutely.
You got all these celebrities. You've done everything you said you were going to do, and you had so much more to go because you just started, and you better let it all go as soon as you put on that uniform, right? Because no matter what, these rappers and all that, bro, they don't like the law. I get it. Cool.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Everybody.
You the police, and like, I ain't messing with that.
For me, it wasn't like I'm trying to go catch people or like, you know, shoot people. It wasn't like anything like that. It was to play Russian roulette with my own life.
Right.
Now, if I save someone in the, you know, some superhero moment of it, I'm cool with it.
Right.
So, pandemic got lifted. We got called back to the academy, and I was sitting in class, and we started studying suicide. And they would show us these videos of like people taking their own lives.
Okay.
And I started feeling this dark energy. It just kept getting darker and darker.
Okay.
And I was like, yeah, something's not right. Because I'm a really happy-go-lucky guy.
Positive.
Bro. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm like wild. I'll take chances. I do everything, bro. Like, I'll hype you up, you know? And I was like, nah, like, I'm not doing good. So the girl and I ended. I had to cut that off.
Okay.
Man. I was getting fatter. And, you know, we had just finished the shooting range. So I had my gun with me, too. Every night it was on my nightstand. And it was pointing towards me when I go to sleep. And it got to a point where that gun started talking to me. And I was just like, the fact that I'm not scared to pull that trigger is scaring me.
Right.
And I'd never felt that way in my life. So one day I was going to Chick-fil-A on my lunch break from the academy, and I called my sister. And it just felt like, you know, when that feeling where when you feel like you about to throw up, it's like sitting right here.
Yeah.
Those tears were just sitting right here. I was like ready to explode. I called her crying. I was like, I don't want to be here anymore. I want to, like, I'd rather take my own life.
Okay.
Like, you know, I was just like scared of not being scared, bro.
Right.
And like, I think fear is such a good thing to have in you, because like people that, you know, that try to act tough, like, yeah, I'm not scared of shit and all that, bro. Like, nah.
Right. It's like a gift and a curse.
You need fear, bro.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It pushes you to the next moment. Either you're going to do one thing. You're going to fold or you're going to try on.
Yeah, so you got to understand how to balance fear.
Right.
Right. And at that point, I had no fear. And that's why I was trying to instill it in myself, to be scared that I'm not scared.
I got you.
So I called my sister crying, like, nonstop. I was like, I didn't, like, it wasn't that I wanted to cry. It was just coming, bro.
Right.
She was like, hey, no, leave now, leave. So I told my sergeant to say, I got to go.
No more.
6 weeks before graduation, I dropped out. The first person to do that. And it was the top police academy in the city. So dropped out, and I told my boy, hey, this is my boy of 15 years. And we hadn't spoken for 5 years before that. So it's just crazy how things work. God had a plan. He moved into my neighborhood. that's where we saw each other after 5 years, and we started, hanging out,
Okay.
fixing that relationship. And I was like, hey, I'm gonna go get a full-time job, start from the bottom, and start a new brand. And he was like, hey, bro, like, I want to be a part of your journey. I didn't get to experience it with you this last time.
Right.
I also have this friend I think she'll be like a dope partner for us. Let's see if she'll be down to invest with me. I was like, man, that's exactly what I manifested in 2018.
Right.
Like, to have a celebrity partner and 2 other partners that understand business and quality. And so all of a sudden, in 2019, before I went to the police academy, actually, I skipped over that, Eric Bellinger reached out to me.
Okay. So why are you in the police academy?
Before I went in.
Oh,
right when I
before.
got accepted.
Okay, that's Eric Bellinger, the R&B singer.
Right.
Reached out to you for fashion.
Right.
He wanted some
He was
designs
going on
from you.
tour, and he wanted me to design his tour merchandise. He loved the quality.
Okay.
And I turned it down.
Wow, because you're depressed. Or you was in a state of depression.
I was done with fashion, man. Like, it was in my head, it was like such a fake life. People left me. I had such a good heart towards people. I always like did whatever, I was there for everybody. And like when I needed everyone, like, so I was like, I'm done with this. So I told him I wish I could. He wanted me to go on tour with him.
Wow.
So I was like, man, I'm really about to live this rock star lifestyle. And I turned it down.
Wow. So hold on. I want to unpack that. Cause we talk a lot on this show about mental health. Right. So one of my co-hosts, she's a mental health counselor, and she does that every day for a living. But I talk about it with people that's coming from different backgrounds, as far as when it comes to whatever a person does, any professional, everybody deals with some type of mental health.
Right.
And with the situation you're speaking on, you was at the height of your dream.
Right.
Then it was snatched. Right. Due to business, But by you being who you are and by being so good, you still had people that was reaching out to you for your dream, but you was in your own way, in your own mind, saying, I don't want to do this no more because of what happened with that one situation.
Right.
So I want people that's listening to understand that stuff like this happen because you have everything in the world doesn't mean it's not going to happen to you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's going to happen, just how you going to manifest, how you going to manage it. How you know what I'm saying? Because as far as depression is a real thing. Like, it happens to a lot of people.
Very real.
Anxiety is a real thing.
Very real.
Yeah, man. So, carry on with the story with Eric Bellinger?
Yeah, so I turned that down, and he was like, hey, he invited me to the show when he came down to Houston in December 2019. And we met up. He told my old manager, who was also his bodyguard, to invite me to the show. So I went backstage after the show, and he was like, hey. I was like, my bad, bro. Like, I really wish I could have done this with you. He was like, all good, bro. There's always a next time. Eric is very humble, bro. Like, there's not many people you can meet that's a celebrity and it has, like, that genuine energy, bro, that, like, just treats you like you're on his level.
Right.
And he was like, hey, bro, all good. There's always a next time. 2 years later, like a year and a half later, when I decided to do this, and then I presented the deal to my boys, female friend, and she was down to invest. So I was like, all right, I got these 2. Let me reach out to Eric.
Okay.
I was like, hey, bro, remember that one time you said there's always a next time? Well, check out my proposition. So I gave it to him, and I told him what was up, and he loved the idea. And then in 2018, I manifested to have 3 successful partners.
Okay.
That would fund a business and not put pressure on me, just so I can focus, because I believe I can pull it off.
Right.
Was it a realistic thing to have people fund a business for you, bro?
No, it's not.
You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it's their dream too to do this. You know what I'm saying? I'm speaking on my own, about myself. But like, it's not real. And I was like, wow, this just really happened. I got a celebrity partner like I won in 2018, and 2 other successful partners that are backing me up and have the same passion as I do for this game. So then, got the ultimate dream team.
Right.
So then we started that, and here we are right now.
That's dope, man. You manifest. The thing is, what's crazy, and look, this is how God works, man. God is a person. He will put the situation in front of you. You just have to make the decision.
Actually, I just skipped over the whole Rambo story. So then I kind of became like not Rambo, Rocky, my bad. Like
Rambo,
Rocky.
Rampage.
Yeah. It was all, action. So after I got the dream team put together,
Okay.
I was still fat. I was like, you know what? I'm about to start studying energy.
Okay.
Started studying energy and manifestation like heavily.
Okay.
Started going to this trail that I used to go to back in 2016 where I manifested everything that happened. And then that trail is like really special to me now. So I started running every day, working out every day, got my diet straight. During my runs, I would manifest, talk to God, everything I wanted, bro. I would literally feel my energy become one with nature. And that's why I had to go there to manifest, because I could literally feel the energy leaving my body and the energy from the universe coming into me. Because everything gives off energy in life, right?
Right.
And that's what attracting is. So I could literally feel it and started losing the weight and everything I wanted, bro. I started calling my shots and I started feeling like my old self again. Because before I would call my shots like Conor McGregor would, right? And then he would go in there and get the knockout and all that.
Right.
So I started calling my own shots and started happening, came back. And that's why that Fox 26 interview you just saw recently from last week was so important to me. Because before I went out, I was on Fox twice, right? And no fashion designer had really gotten attention like that before.
Right.
But I had to prove to myself, because I'm never worried about what anybody else thinks. I had to prove to myself that I wasn't a one-hit wonder. My TV moment wasn't a one-time thing. So the whole time, bro, I was like, hey, I'm going to end up and get another interview. I'm going to get back on media. They're going to want me. They're going to want me. And it didn't happen last February when I wanted it to, because the attention wasn't on me yet. Because it was my first couple months back since my first launch back. So everybody was like, was he a one-hit wonder trying to pull this off one more time? And sure enough, bro, now we have our first official high-end luxury line coming out.
Hey.
Fabrics imported, and everybody's been watching, so the views have gone up. So now, like, people want the interviews, and I landed that Fox interview, and God's plan, it couldn't have happened at a more perfect time, and boom, bro.
So let me ask you this. Since we on the Culturally Distinct, I think it's the right time to tell everybody what's the name of the brand and why can't they find the brand, how the brand was designed, who's the business partners.
So the new brand's called Aurora.
Aurora, okay.
People call it Auxrora because it's AUX.
Okay.
But the X is silent. It's basically your X factor. What drives you in life.
Okay.
And I'm all about the pursuit of happiness, so that's my drive right now.
Okay.
So it's called Aurora, and then I have my 3 other partners, Eric Bellinger, and then shout out to him, and then my boy Ice Creams Man is his Instagram name, but his name is Nick.
Okay.
Shout out to him.
Shout out to everybody. Love it. Shout out to the investors.
And then to my girl T, which her name is Tawny as well. So those are my little blessings, I call them.
Okay.
But yeah.
So and this is the clothing that you have on, the shirt and the hat is the Aurora.
You can feel it, man. Just feel the fabric, bro.
So this is like more of a and this is what you consider as it's not a shirt. It's a shirt, but it's because it has that sweater. Not sweater, but
it's thick, bro.
It's real thick.
There's only one other brand that has the same quality, and I can't put them out. But yeah, it's a high-end brand that has this quality. I had to go through 1,000 fabrics for my manufacturer to match this up. This doesn't shrink. It doesn't fade. Oh, it's like this black, bro. I washed it over 20 times, bro. You know what I'm saying? I wash my own stuff. I try to destroy it, like I said, on Fox, because I want to make sure if I'm telling you it's high-end, you're getting your money's worth. Wow. So, like, even if you go through my last post on Instagram, people say, I still have the clothes I bought from you. It's that durable, bro. But this is on a whole new level.
Dope. That's
Appreciate
dope.
It.
So, look, what can the people find that?
The website is auxmmxx.com.
Okay.
The IG is auxmmxx. I know on Fox I said we're going to launch in January, but I just spoke to our marketing team.
Okay.
We want to make sure the launch is luxury as well and it has a high-end vibe. Because we're really going for that Louis Vuitton level this time around.
Yes, I got you.
So the launch is going to be probably the first week of February is what we agreed on.
Okay.
So if they go to the website right now, they won't see it because it's not on there yet.
That's it. It's what it's coming.
We're just lining it up just so people are ready. Because I promise this is going to change your closet at a fair price. Like, dude.
That's why I was going next. Yeah. For the pricing. Because, high ends, of course, high ends cost.
Right.
But I know now, like a lot of fashion designers, they've been working with other companies to have higher end fashion for a lower price. So is that something to look forward with Aurora or?
Of course. We want everyone to get a chance at luxury right now.
Okay.
You know, so it's very affordable, to be honest with you. Like this hat here, most brands are just going to buy a hat from, you know, like a pre-made hat in bulk, just like tees and other stuff. My manufacturer couldn't even mold this hat. They had to send it to another manufacturer to be able to give me this mold because it has to fit so perfect to get your jawline right. And that's what people don't understand is celebrities like these trucker hats because it makes your jawlines pointy, and that's why the front's like higher up.
Right.
Because if you got it flat down, you're going to look like a little egghead.
So make your head look longer, kind of. Yeah, okay.
And that's what everybody wants because like when you're in the cameras and all that, you want to
look thinner, yeah. That's right. You're right.
So to get that perfect mold, we had to get a custom hat. We couldn't just buy hats in bulk and just put our logo on it. And then like right here, we got the AUX.
The signature? Yeah. Okay.
And then inside there's another patch too. My hair's messy, otherwise I would show you. But inside there's another patch. So, man, we went all out, and in the bags, the clothes come in, the hat comes in. It's insane. Bro.
So does Aurora, is it just a man's line or is it a women's line, children's line?
So these sweats, everybody can wear.
Unisex, okay.
Yeah, and the shirts as well because now the baggy look's coming back.
Right.
Not many people want to be in.
It's like a tailored baggy look.
Right.
Yeah.
So, you know, everyone can wear them, but after this, we do plan on having like strictly a women's line. And
okay.
A men's line.
That's dope. Dope. And when you hear that music, you know what time it is. Everybody, look, make sure you go hit my man up. His Instagram is the Notorious Perzian, and the other IG for Aurora is
AUX MMXX.
Hit them up right now. Get your clothing. Get your hats. I'm about to purchase me a shirt right now. I got my size. I got extra large, right?
So the large is an extra large.
Oh, well.
They run up.
There it is. Look, I'm purchasing mine right now. So make sure you guys go out there and get those the clothing. Support my man. Look, this is the Culturally Distinct Podcast. This is your boy. Make sure, this holiday season is going to be a great season. I think some of the clothing will be great for your husband. If your husband has fashion, if he's old school, let him be old school. Yeah. But I guarantee your son will like it. So get your son a hat, get your son a shirt, get yourself. I'm talking to the women now. Get yourself some of them joggers. All right, we want to see you walk around in those joggers during the holiday time. So anyway, but guys, look, I appreciate you guys for tuning in to the show. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys, man. Much love to y'all. Peace.